Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to me, Reza, Agung, Fernanda from University of Lampung. Okay, this is my third video in English lesson, and now, today, I will tell you about the public policy. And do you know, guys, about the public policy? Do you know? Okay, I'm gonna explain you a little bit, not all of it, because we're gonna talk about 10 minutes, and it's very long time for beginner. I'm not a beginner. I'm an amateur in this. Okay, so the point is, public policy is some kind of regulation that government make for us society. Okay, we try to rule that regulation that government make for us. So some little example is subsidy for petrol fuel. Okay, subsidy for petrol fuel is kind of regulation that government make to pressing low price for petrol fuel. So every kind of person in Indonesia can buy fuel for their activities, cause must be you ladies and gentlemen know, not every single person in Indonesia are rich. Some of them are a little bit poor. And okay, so last week I just read a book, and the title is Best Radar for Responsible Policy Making from Lee Van Woensel. The book contains explained that advisors are responsible for integrity of the scientific advisory process. Okay, for the next, I'm gonna tell you some case, and this case is about policy in Indonesia that about gender equality. Gender equality is when the position women and men are in the same place. That means women can do men's job to make a money. So not just men can work hard like always looking for money for their wife and child. So women can do it. So I'm gonna tell you about gender equality policy in Indonesia. This policy is come from the Minister of Monetary of Indonesia. They explain that Indonesia also implements gender responsive budget. This budget do not only focus on providing gender mainstreaming allocation, but also equality between women and men, gaining equal access and opportunities. So it's definitely not just men need an opportunities. Women can just sit down in their own house, and it's gonna be very boring for them. So they need a job. So how they gonna get a job if there is no gender equality in Indonesia? So this policy is very good and very pro to women, because if this policy always go on until whenever it goes, it's gonna be very good, because women need a job, and if not, they just gonna take care of their child, make food for their husband, and just like that. And women also need an education. If you ladies and gentlemen remember R.R. Cartini, she is the heroes that make this gender equality happen. In the past, women can study like men. Okay, so the point of this case is we are really need to pay attention to women, because if women is not get a gender equality, that means they didn't have a job, they didn't get an education, what their child gonna be? Okay, because woman gonna be a mother, so mother will educate their child. If the mother doesn't have an education, must be their child will not educated too. So it's really important to pay attention to women, not just attention to women because men is always get a job, looking for money and get education. So that's really the point. Women need an attention. Okay, for the next part, I'm gonna tell you my analyze from the case that policy about gender equality and connects it to the chapter 4 of the book. And the chapter 4 is about making better decision using system thinking. Okay, but before I explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, my analysis, I will tell you the definition of this chapter. System thinking can anticipate it and avoid unintended side effects of policy decisions. In their inward system analysis, advisor zooms in on each of the policy options they formulate to ensure that they have not overlooked any of its unintended impact on societies and other policies. I mean policies, not politics. So, I now suppose that we conduct an outward system analysis to design the project and have developed a set of policy options on the basis of its result to ensure that the options are of the highest quality. We must conduct an inward system analysis to assess the impact on society and on the other policies, both global and local. Okay, and the point of the theory is, if we want to make a policies, we can just make it, arrange it, and legitimate it, but we must consider it, okay? Because that policy is gonna impact to the every person in a country. So it's really wrong if we make a policies but we don't consider the impact. So my analysis from this theory is gender equality is really good. We need to keep going the gender equality policies, because if there is no gender equality, women gonna just sit down at their home and taking off their child while men getting opportunities, making money. And I think women have their right too to get opportunities, get education, get their politics right, and they have same right as a man. Okay, because we are a human have every human has a same right. Okay, there is no difference between all of us. Another little example is you ladies and gentlemen must be know Megawati Soekarno Putri. She is the 5th president of Indonesia. That's mean leader is not always come from men. Women can be a leader too. But how? There's a gender equality. If there is no gender equality, there is no woman to be a leader, and just men can sit down as a president and as a leader. And the point of my analysis is we must support, okay, must support gender equality policies for the better woman and the better Indonesia. Okay, next, in making a policy, there must be always a group or a person or people not agreed with that policy. And I think if they are not agreed with these gender equality policies, it's really big mistake, because it's 2020, okay, where creativity is really needed. Okay, I think women has a lot of creativity than men, because I think men is just hard worker. Well, not every man is hard worker, because a few of men can make a creativity but not good as a woman. So we must keep support this gender equality for a better world, for the better Indonesia. Maybe that's all from me. If I got a lot of mistake, I am really apologize. If you like this video, click the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Okay, maybe that's all from me and bye.